Okay, so now let's get into full-fledgedly with our templates. So as I said, there are 4 templates. So first today we'll discuss about job requisition template, like how to create the job requisition template, and before creating the job requisition template, what all the data we have to collect. So you know, right, 4 templates in AC, sorry, RCM. The first one is job requisition. Application template, and in interview you can say anything like templates, or you can use modules also, data modules also. Even if they ask how many data modules in RCM, you can say the same date 4 templates, or else even if they ask templates also, same answer. Don't get confused, there is no data module, something like that. Both are same. Candidate profile template. Next is offer detail. So for this we have a XML, XMLs by default we have a standard XML. So also we can create here also. So now we'll discuss purely about this job requisition template. How to create this job requisition template, on what are the data. First we have to collect the data. First data gathering from client. So before gathering data, first we have to explain what is job requisition template, what type of data we expect this, and how we can completely configure this application, this job requisition template, and what is the use of, and what is the purpose of this job requisition template for the client. Okay. So as I said, job requisition template is mainly deals with the profile information and organizational information, and there are some other job related information, everything related to your requisition and descriptions, profile, education, and other additional information we will collect in this. Okay. So first from SAP, we default by default we will get some templates. First, let me show you how the job description template looks like in output. So first, so that you will get some idea. So once you log into your instance, go to recruiting. So go to recruiting. So normally we can access recruiting here only. So in this page, go to this recruiting page. Once you open this recruiting page, here you can see there are some tabs. You can see the menu, top menu, job requisitions and preferences, candidates, interview center and interview scheduling and marketing, advanced, like this. There are some menu. So in first page we have job requisitions. In this job requisition, you can see how many openings in that particular company, like what are the requirements they have. So now there is an opening called, I have an opening for success factor onboarding consultant job. Okay, success factor onboarding job. So now I want to create this new job requisition. Okay, to create this new job requisition, you can go to, there is an option called create new, you will get it, but this person is admin, so this person does not have a proper rights to create a new job requisition. So let me proxy one recruiter, or else if you want to grant same permissions to this person, like now there is option here, you will get it, create new, like you can create a new job application using that field, but this employee doesn't have proper permission. To grant that permissions, normally we will go to manage permission rules, and there we will grant that permission. Okay, or else you can directly proxy who has proper permissions. So let me proxy, there is a one user, there is one default recruiter in this demo system, isn't Tessa Walker or Amelia Rose. You can proxy any of the employee, and from their system you can create a new job requisition. Again, go to same page, recruiting, and there we have to create a new job requisition. If you want to create a new job requisition, see here there is option called create new. Or else let me open one existing job requisition and edit job requisition. So this is a job requisition data. You can see the information here. Requisition ID like 2700, internal job title, external job title, some other fields also. Let's see organization information like company, division, department, location, business unit, and job start date, job code, job role. Okay. So here is a question: what exactly we will do as a consultant? So this is by default SAP supplied fields. So these many fields supplied from SAP in default template. Now your client asking you to create one additional field here. Like there is a department and location. In between I want one more field called city. Or is there any other field? Suppose there is a job code. I want to change some other field, or if you want to add any custom fields, because these fields are not sufficient for your client, they are asking you to add some additional fields. So those fields we have to first collect from the client. Okay, so this is how the job requisition template is looks like by default. This is the standard template delivered SAP. Okay, whether this is sufficient for your requirement or not. Obviously for each and every client this is not sufficient, because every client has their own field IDs. Okay, so we have to collect that custom IDs, whatever fields they are looking additionally along with the standard. So those fields we will collect and we have going to configure. That is what actually we will do in real-time project. So first we have to explain clearly about this is job requisition template. So these are the fields available in this template. Now, do you have any additional fields to add? If so, where I have to mention? Okay, where I have to mention like that. We have to take that information, and there is other option also. This is about job requisition template available fields. Then the second one is job profile market, like here, sorry, job profile. So in this job profile we are going to collect description about the job and job summary, those information. Okay, let me go back. Okay, so first we saw job requisition details. So in job requisition, we have some basic information like what there are some fields. So these fields we will collect when you post the job requisition. Then the second one is job profile. So job profile in the sense job
Uh,
description.
Raj,
Yes, Gayatri.
those informations like in the job requisition details, we have to fill it up every time, or it's created by the clients.
No, no, we have to. This is output actually, Gayatri. We are talking about the end user level system. First, I am trying to make you understand how the end user system is looks like. But every time first initially we will collect some data from client, like how many job requisitions you have and what type of data you have. So this is only one time activity, not every time. For the
Okay.
first time we will collect this data and we will configure it.
So configure means like those fields, right? Like
Yes.
internal job title, external job title, those like details we need to fill
No,
it
no,
up.
no, no, not
No.
details, not details. We are creating new field here. Example, I told you one company
Company.
division. Between
Mhm.
I want some city field here.
Okay.
City fields, like there is a field called city, and the drop down, like here you can see company. Under
Mhm.
company there are some drop downs here. Okay,
Okay.
so now my client asking me create a field called city, and here fields they are expecting some drop downs like Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, like that drop down values. So that is the requirement mainly. We
Okay. So
need
as
that
a RCM consultant, we need to create like as per the client request.
client requirement. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
See,
Okay.
company is a standard field which is delivered from SAP. Okay.
Right.
Now the
Mhm.
city field is a custom field. They're additionally looking that additional field, right? They're expecting that field in this template. Okay.
Okay.
So that information we will collect in one Excel sheet. I told you right that workbook. So let me download that workbook so that you will get more idea about. So where exactly we will collect the data in workbook.
We can also edit those fields like company to
Yes,
company
yes,
name.
yes. We can edit. Suppose here is showing company. Now my client asking me to change this name, company name I want, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to change these fields. Anything we can change these standard fields also. We can
Okay.
change. Example here there is a job function. It's showing is like some mandatory field. There is a asterisk option is there. Now they're
Yes.
asking remove this asterisk. We can remove that.
Okay.
Anything you can change in this template using XML or within the system only. Because this
Mm-hmm.
is standard fields they supplied. Because suppose IBM, this is a standard field delivered company, but my drop downs are different. Here there are many different standard like drop down values. I have only two fields. One is IBM India and IBM UK. Only two company names I want here. Okay. And even divisions also, there are many divisions, but I have only my client requirement is two. And one more thing I'll tell you, this is demo system so that we have this data, but in client system is empty. There is no data or drop downs available here. Okay.
Okay. So those also we need to create.
Yes, we have to create. That is quickly center. I'll tell you little later how to create these drop downs actually. So now there is like best one is there. Now I want to add IBM India under this list. We can add using quick list center. That is separate process.
So, Raj, we will be giving support also, right, for them in future.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
So
Anytime they can come and ask, right? If they want any field needs to be added, they can come and ask us.
yes, maximum during your project, max to max, like it will take some 2 to 3 months or max to max 4 months for RCM project implementation. So
Mm-hmm.
during that time only we will test max to max, and if they, even in after completely go live also, if they have any issues, they will come back with their requirement and we can add it.
Okay.
As a support consultant, we can add anytime. Anytime.
And Raj, in the yesterday's class, like those permission grant role,
RB, yes.
permission grant group, so there are also some permissions things, right? Drop down box and all those also information would be empty. We need to create that also.
No, no, no. In RBP, there are few standard things we'll get it. Like I have selected some user, legal entity, department, division, right? Those are
Hmm.
standard. Those are standard. You don't need to create any drop downs for that.
Okay.
So you're talking about that I have selected some username and user and some other manage permission groups like that. No, those are standard fields. You don't need to create anything. Even if you want, you can create also. That is again a employee central consultant or purely RBP consultant work, not from our end.
So we just need to select those options.
Yes,
Is it?
only just select those options and filter the data based on that options. Like based on username and department division, we can filter the data.
Okay.
So along with that, first we have to make them your client to understand how this application looks like. We have to give each and every field. Okay, this is internal job title and this is status and this is company fields. So now what data you're expecting in this like drop downs or any other fields. Even normally this is over application actually. So in for a normal client, you no need to mention this much data. They may be asking you to remove this job code also. I don't want this field job role and all, because the standard application or this template delivered uh, keeping like with the global standards. This is not only for one company. So based on various companies, SAP developed this application. Okay, for one client, sometimes you can maybe sometimes they're asking you to remove this field and remove other fields also, because we saw many clients don't want this many fields. They want only simple options like which company and which job you're looking for and what is department division and what is the job code, like basic data. If it is a top level company like top MNC, then they may be expecting more fields. It totally depends upon client requirement, but whatever the requirement, we can make them fulfill. Like we will completely satisfy the requirement. So first page is this requirement, and then you go for job profile. When you go to your
Raj, I have one query. For
yes,
this page, only a recruiter will be having a permission, or a hiring manager also will be having this permission?
anyone can give you this permission.
Anyone?
Yes, it totally depends upon your client request. You know, in RBP we can control any permission, right?
Yeah.
So if the client requests to this, I want this create permission for recruiter and also for hiring manager.
Hiring
Yes,
manager.
of course we can grant that permission for anyone. But mainly in if you see in real time also, for every company there expect there is a specific recruiters. Okay, so
Yes.
recruiters have all end-to-end recruiting permissions.
Okay.
And then if I go for job profile, so in this job profile we are going to collect some additional data. What is the title? So title in the sense here I told you some SF onboarding consultant, that is the title. And job description about their job, like we are looking some certifications, and we are looking some MBA and BTech graduates and max to max like 3+ years, and two end-to-end implementation projects. That information we will collect it here. And job summary also same, and what are the competencies you are looking for, like the skill set of the candidate, and skills and education you are looking for, and basic screening questions also. You know what type of screening questions we will see in before interview. They may be asking, are you ready to relocate, are you okay, are you open for a contract to hire job, okay, do you have a valid passport, like that, are you certified, like this basic screening questions they are going to ask. Okay. So here what is our consultant work? So we will collect this information, and we are going to completely design this template, and we are going to add this data also. Okay. Example, here you have a edit option. So here like how to edit this, how to add this job profile. For each and every job, there is a profile. If you take Java also, there is a job description and job profile and education requirements and other skill set also they're expecting. So likewise for each and every job and each and every role there is a proper job profile information. Okay. Then next one is candidates. So here in these candidates you can see how many people applied for this job. So that is later one. First you try to understand job requisition template fields and job profile fields. Okay. So now let me create one new job requisition. Let me go to this job requisition. I hope you got some clarity what all the data we are going to expecting job requisition template.
Yes, yes, Russ.
Okay, cool. So create new here. Once you create new, so this is select job requisition template. So basic job requisition template, job requisition template. So what is this? There are 5 templates. So here there are two jobs here in your company. One is like IBM India template is one, and IBM UK template is one. So in IBM India we have some limited fields, but in IBM UK we have some additional fields. So for that what we will do, your client asking you to create a new templates. One template with limited fields for Indian client, and one template with extra fields like additional fields for UK client. So likewise you can see one is basic job requisition and standard job requisition likewise. So now if they want to create any additional job requisition template also, we can create it. So now I am selecting basic job requisition. So once you select, there are 3 fields will create it. One is copy existing job requisition. Like if the job requisition already there, if you want to select same one, you can select it that. Or you can select browse families and roles, or create new job requisition from blank template. So here I'm selecting families and roles. What is a family and role here? Okay. So here I have 2 openings, Java developer and SAP consultant. Okay. So here Java developer is a one role and SAP consultant is a one job requirement. So now Java developer is part of Java family, and SAP job is part of SAP family. Okay. Now I have to create 2 families here, SAP family and Java family. And inside we are going to add Java developer and Java tester likewise whatever the roles we have. So let me go to in this output. When I select families and roles, there is a job family. So here we have some drop downs, example SAP and other jobs also. Now your client having a requirement called Java. Okay, they want a drop down called Java. When they select Java, make sure Java developer and Java consultant jobs too should come. So now let me select this SAP. When I select SAP, there is a SF RCM consultant. When I select SF RCM consultant, left side you will get one job code, and right side I got some information, job profile information. Likewise, your client expecting there is another job here, SF onboarding consultant, along with additional code, and we are going to collect job description, job summary, those information. So these two we call it as families and roles. So first collect the families information, and each family how many roles we have. Okay, example Java is one family. Under Java there are two roles, Java developer is one role, and Java tester is one role. And SAP family, under SAP family again we have some 3 to 4 requirements, like we have a RCM consultant job, an onboarding consultant job, and we have some uh, FICO consultant job and ABAP consultant job, like different job requirements we have. And again for each job we call it as one role, and each role has their different job descriptions. For Java developer is separate education information and there is separate requirement, and for SAP consultant also we have a separate requirement. Okay, so here we are going to create those jobs. So first you select this job and select on this, then it will take you to your next page. I'll show you one by one. Like first, now I'm trying to make you understand what is this actually. Okay, so once you select next, it will ask internal job title, it will pick from your job description template, and approval date it will take, and recruiter, who is a recruiter and who is a hiring manager. You know, for any opening in companies there may be one recruiter and one hiring manager. Okay, like what is the purpose of recruiter? Recruiter is going to say, like taking care of all the follow-ups and collecting data from the candidate and scheduling interviews and passing the information to them, like when is your interview and what type of education skills, like end-to-end communication with the candidate. So that data will taken care by recruiter. Then the hiring manager. So hiring manager is nothing but your panel, the person who is going to take care of the interview. So that person we will call it as hiring manager. So for this requisition also, example I have two job requisitions. One is Java developer and one is SAP consultant. So for Java the recruiter taking care by recruiter one. Okay, person one is taking care Java development job purpose, and SAP related openings there is a recruiter two. Okay, and this panel is separate and this panel is separate. So that person information we are going to gather. Example, I'm going to make Tessa Walker is a recruiter for this job requisition. You select that person name, and hiring manager you can select whoever is responsible for this job and click on next. It will take just little, it's still loading. Guys, can someone recording the session, right? At least you guys are recording this session. I don't know who is recording.
I'm recording.
Okay, fine. Okay. So once you go inside here, it's going to take the data. So now this is empty. Now you can select which company purpose you are applying this job and which division you are looking for and department you are looking for, location. It's like this basic information you can fill. So whatever the fields we maintained in your job requisition, those all fields will get it here. And then finally, once you completely fill, like your recruiter, once you completely fill this data, then we send for approval, the job requisition approval. And you can see, have you observed here there is a approval process also. First approved by HR and approval by manager, and finally completed. So this process first approved by HR, and then it will go to this job requisition for manager, and he is going to complete that job requisition. request for approval, but make sure you maintain all mandatory fields. Once you update your mandatory fields, you can send it this job requisition. See here, there are some few job requisitions, so data is missing, like posting country, job country, and state. Mandatory fields. Select this posting country. Something you select. And finally, and have you observed this, the system is automatically allocated new requisition ID, the next available number 2898. It means that using that code you can identify which job requisition is that. Okay, so it's saying like submit job requisition, job is available sourcing. It means they can start sourcing, and you are about to send this form to next person, like workflow, like this is a person like hiring manager. He has to approve first and request approval. Okay, so 2898 sent. So now recruiter has, like hiring manager has to approve the job requisition. So once the manager approve, then only it will visible to the public, or recruiter can able to move further. Means they can start sourcing and everything. So now let me process that manager to approve. He is a manager. We will proxy this person, and we have to approve that recruiting request. One second, let me log into. Oh, this passcode is asking. So once you proxy as that manager, hiring manager, here you can see some recruiting approvals pending. In to do tile also we have, or else you can see here also in to do. So select, click on this recruiting approvals. What are the recruiting approvals pending from that manager? Okay, so here you can see review and finalize the job requisition. Open this pending approval. And once again he will review all the information of this. If everything is fine, then he will approve, he will maintain his comment saying that approved something, please start sourcing, and submit approval. So suppose if you feel not happy with the job requisition, maybe some additional data you want to add, then you can reject also that approval. So cancel and return to form. It means it will again take it back to the original requester. Here the original requester is Tessa worker. So again it will send it back to that person saying that there is some missing information. Whatever the unsatisfied comments, like that manager will update saying that you have to make some changes like that. Then he will send it back. If everything is fine, then he will submit an approval. Okay. So now the job requisition is available here. SF RCM consultant with 2898 code. So let me go back to Tessa worker system. So now the as a recruiter, Tessa worker can able to start further sourcing and hiring and scheduling interviews and gathering the data. Again go to recruiting and check the whether new job requisition is available or not. You can see, you can order, you can make it in order. You can see your new job requisition is available 2898. Okay, so this is how you can create new job requisition. So I hope you got some clarity about how the job requisition is there, what type of data we have to collect. So in job requisition we have some basic company details and job details, and your manager and recruiter information we will collect in job requisition template. So along with that we are going to create families and roles. Families and roles. Okay. So now we'll take implementation part. I just show you till now I show you how the system is looks like after implementation. But now we have to how to create a family and how to add a new field in your job requisition template. So let me take one Excel sheet because I'm trying to download that workbook, but it's not allowing. Let me show you another workbook here. We have easy workbooks. Yeah, here we have RCM workbook. So this workbook first we have to download from partneredge.sap.com. So once you download this workbook, so in this workbook first we will collect some basic data. So this is SAP best practice SAP workbook for recruiting management. So first in first page we can see what all the information we are going to table of contents. So in this page first we are going to collect requisition fields. I told you right, in requisition template what are the fields you are looking. So first information we will collect in requisition, and you can see what type of template it is, whether you are using XML or admin UI or XML or provisioning or UI. So they clearly mentioned where we will do that. But here luckily we can do this requisition fields in XML also directly in admin page also. Okay. So likewise you can see what all the information we have collected, requisition fields, candidate fields, and other additional fields also. And in next tab we are going to collect what is the company ID. So your example, our company ID is something 7683 something. So this is the company ID, and application like which link you are using. So that information also we have to paste it here first initially, just for your understanding I'm showing. So whenever we receive this for the first time of this job requisition, like this workbook, we have to collect this data. What is the SF application and links, okay, and candidate portal also. Candidate portal is nothing but your external site. Example, if it is IBM, so we'll be having some www.ibm.com/careers page. So this page you have to update it. What is the page? And agency portal also. So agency portal is nothing but there are some additional vendor also. So normally when you have some openings in your company, we directly post in Naukri Monster, and also we will post in our internal website. And along with these two requirements, we also depend on some third party consultancies like Adeco, Alpha, some different consultancies are there in the market. Like we will depend on them. So here in success factor terminology, those consultancies we call it as agency. So that agency information also we can collect it here. Who is your agency and how we can directly reach out them, and how we can send information saying that there are this many openings in my company. Okay. And then username and password also. I told you we have a username and password. So for same system, we are going to add that username and password. So this information, and also you can take screenshots also, login page screenshot, and you can see how it looks like everything. So in links page we are going to collect this data. Then you go for requisition fields.
One second, Raj.
Yes.
Just come back to that page, link page.
Right. Your voice is some noise is coming.
Yeah, yeah. Is it okay now?
Somewhat okay, fine now.
Can you come back to that link uh,
Okay.
tab?
Okay.
So the company ID is the like ID of success factor application or the ID of
Success factor.
IBM company?
They can replace with this also. So normally SAP provides some standard ID. Okay. So SAP starting initially they will provide some standard ID. They can change this standard ID with their name, like IBM test system, like that they can make. They
So
can
these are
replace
the
this.
information given by the client.
Like this information is not given by the client. Actually, this company names and this information We only raise care form, right? Customer instance access request. Okay. So whatever the information, maybe sometimes client will provide if they have already access, or else sometimes we will directly approach to SAP and we will get this information. Which system you allocated to this user, and what is the application, like which data center, and what is like this candidate portal. Obviously, your client has to provide.
SF application link that SAP is going to provide.
SAP will provide. Yes, SAP will provide. Or sometimes your client also will provide. Or your manager, maybe because if you're part of implementation, maybe from starting to ending we will involve. So we will get to know time to time which data center you are using, and what is the provisioning link and instance link, and what is the company and the ID and everything. If you don't know much information, you can directly reach out to your project manager. Even he is not aware of that information, maybe some contact person, like there is a one contact person from your project, like your client side, you can reach out to them.
So using this link, we will log into SAP system.
Yes.
Okay, and candidate portal is going to be like IBM or Vodafone. So
Yeah, whatever
those
the
links.
carried side they have, carried side they
Okay,
have
and
some.
agency portal also client is going to provide, right? What are
Yes,
the
client.
agencies from Vodafone or from IBM side?
Yes.
Third party vendor like from for outsourcing, right?
Yes.
Candidates. Okay.
And this agency link is for standard for each and every data center. There is a standard link from SAP. Okay.
Mhm.
So that agency link we will collect from our end only. If you don't know any agency link, you can directly Google it also. Suppose your client using DC2, DC40 data centers, you don't know exactly which agency code we will get, like which agency, you can directly Google also. Google also. Agency links, SFSF, you can directly Google, and there you can see the list of links also. If you don't get that information also, okay, there is some keywords missing here. Agency links. Directly collect this agency portal and agency login pages, requires. If you don't know that links here, you can directly check in help.sap portal also.
So what is agency? Like agency, I thought that agency is the like third party for
Yes, agency is
IBM or
means
Vodafone.
third party vendor. Oh, no, 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 vendor consultant is we call it as agency.
Okay.
See, I have some openings, like, have you heard of agencies like Adeco, Alpha Consultancies?
Yes,
The
yes.
consultant companies we call it as agencies. Normally, if you have some 10 Java openings, we will depend on them. They will start sourcing, and they will
Right.
get some candidates and
Yes.
everything.
So that
Okay,
is called outsourcing, right?
get
From
outsourcing kind of thing only. So we are depending on some third party persons to fulfill our requirement.
so IBM is dependent on some third party agency, right?
Yes,
So
agencies.
how we can Google that then? So IBM is supposed to provide that link.
The link, because yeah, IBM only, like, no, I'm telling some information you will get in Google also. If you don't get any information, suppose if you want any links, you can get it here also, or else in RCM document also we have all clear web links,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
like what is agency website, and what is uh, provisioning link and instance link and everything. Okay. So what is the main use of this link? Now I have some 10 openings in my IBM company. Now
Okay.
I want to share this information with my agency. So every time we can't share in Excel sheet or mailing and all. Now what we will do, we will create one separate page between IBM and the third party agency. Okay. When I post
Okay.
any job in this page, like in this
Mm-hmm.
link, the third party user is going to get information saying that, okay, so and so in IBM there are 10 Java openings, and there are some 10 success factor consultant openings. So that every time, anytime, like every time IBM is going to post their requirements in that agency portal, and the
Okay.
agency portal access given to the agency vendor. Okay, they can access that agency page and they can track every time what type of openings today and what type of requirements we have. So that purpose we are using this link.
Okay. Okay.
Can you please mute yourself when you're not talking, because there is some. Okay, thank you. So next one is recruiting fields. So in this recruiting fields, we are going to collect some fields. I told you, right, what type of fields we have. So now you can see standard fields. I told you that some standard fields derived from SAP. So those fields we can see first here. And after that, now my client asking me to collect some additional fields. And before that, first let me talk about this first additional headers. So first SF internal field. What is this internal field they given? And requisition field labels. So normally I told you right, SAP will provide name with company. Now my client asking me to change this company as company name. So they provide company. Now my client wants to change this output name as company name or some entity. So here we have some business unit which is delivered by SAP. Now my client asking me to change that name to IBM business unit. Likewise, this type of fields we will collect it here like requisition. This is standard internal field. SAP internal fields is nothing but what is delivered from SAP. Requisition field labels is nothing but what expecting your, okay. And type of fields. So what type of field it is? So type of fields, like there are different types of fields. Okay. Suppose if it is company name, so it's a drop down. It means nothing but pick list. Drop down values get it. And if it is a business unit, this is also pick list. But if it is job code, it's a number type. Okay. If it is a start date, date format. So likewise, which type of format it is, what type of field format it is, you can see that format is for pick list, instructions, attachment, text area, date, number, or a string, like that. You're going to collect that information. Then next one is object type. So object type is nothing but I told you right, in EC we have some fields we collected like company details, job detail, location details, and business unit. Now if you want to pick any field from your EC to RCM, so that time we use this object type. And multi-selection is not required, and candidate status, and whether it's a required field or optional field. So if it is false means it's optional. So suppose your clients, yes, this is required fields, you just update true. True means you have to make it as required field, and custom is false, on job description, like this. So here we are going to collect some additional data. And there is some approval process also. Who can see this field? Okay. So example, in job requisition, there are two fields. Okay, two fields. One field is salary and one field is job code. Okay. So salary field only can able to see hiring manager. Okay. We are not supposed to disclose this salary information to candidate. So make sure this field is only visible to your hiring manager. So we have to give only this field permissions to hiring manager. But job code is not a sensitive data. You can give for all. So whether recruiter can able to see this field, and hiring manager can able to see, and also candidate can able to see this field, because job code, that is not a problem. But salary can able to see hiring manager and sometimes recruiter also, because since it's a sensitive information, because we are not supposed to disclose this field with candidate. So that permissions we are going to collect it here. Okay, we have created one field. So that field to whom we want to visible, whether that field can see any person in the system, like whoever opening the job requisition, they can see that field or not. Suppose they have whether that field for public purpose or only for specific user or specific manager. So that information we have to collect. Why we are collecting this information? Because if any field is separate or like only for specific user like hiring manager and recruiter, while creating that field in your job requisition, there we have to give a condition, like there we have to give only permit hiring manager can able to view this field, likewise. So that information, so example, here we are going to collect some additional fields. So my new field is city. My client is looking for city is the name, and output name also city name I am maintaining. So this city field is a pick list. And then you go, this is a required field. Yes, I'm making true, and it's a false, it's not a custom. And job description on token, no, there is no token like that. I'll tell you later, not now. You just understand how to collect the data. Okay, there are many fields are there. but when the moment come, I'll show you that field. Now if I say also, you will not get understand. Okay, so like that. And XML type, no need to collect anything. And now here collecting hiring manager or originator or recruiter likewise. Okay, so you take the permission like hiring manager. Yes, read and write permission. So hiring manager can able to see this field. Likewise, you can collect this data. And then you go for second fields. What is the second field of your client? So second field, like they're looking some date format, or they're looking some uh, hiring date, hiring date field. Okay, the output name also same like hiring date, and the type of field is date. It's a false, like it's not a mandatory field, you can skip that. So likewise we'll collect basic data. So likewise we are going to collect all the fields first. Okay, so in standard fields also we will explain everything, each and everything. Okay, this is the source phone number is there. So now your client asking you to please delete this field. I don't want this field in your system. So for that what I'll do, I'm going to remove this type of field, this one, and then it's not mandatory. So whenever they say I want to delete some field, in right side I will take some comments, hide this field, because when I implement I have to check whether it's a mandatory field or hidden field, like. So because client asking me to hide this field, so I'll mention comments in additional page, like in another column I'm going to take this information. Likewise, whatever the fields required and whatever the fields they don't want, we will collect the data in this template. And also if they want to change any name, so here they say like ID, but in output they are expecting requisition ID. Now my client saying that no, I want to keep same name only, ID, here also ID, and there also ID. So change this name and you can update it also. And for your reference, every time you take a comment, suppose this is a standard field, previous name is job requisition ID. Now your client asks you to change this to ID only. Okay, so whenever you have this type of requirement, so you just note down this information right side. Okay, why? Because today I have changed this ID and tomorrow the client come back and say that no, I don't want this name Raj. Again, whatever you maintained previously, you please keep that only. So if you don't maintain the data, again it's a problem. So for that what we will do, again we will keep the data. Job requisition ID, change it to ID. Okay, so this purpose we will collect this information, so that if they say saying that I don't want to use this field, again please replace the old data. If you're not maintaining this previous backup, then it's a problem. We are not sure which data we maintain, because once you change this data it will update entire systems. We can't go back and check which data we maintain, and we can't track history also. So for that, to overcome those type of issues, every time you maintain a backup. And today you use this Excel and you made some changes, and tomorrow you came back to the same system and you trying to add new fields. So that time what we will do, you keep this first worksheet as Excel workbook as version 1, and next day worksheet or Excel sheet as version 1.2 and 1.3, like that. For even for one field also you maintain the data like that. Backup is very important for your this workbooks, because we are not sure when the client is going to change their mind and they'll come back and they'll screw our heads. Okay, so this is for our reference I'm telling, because I faced this problem in my real-time project also, because I have not maintained proper backups, so we had some problems on that. Okay, so this is about this is how the workbooks is looks like. So after collecting this data, then you log into your instance, and there is option called manage templates, and there we are going to update these fields. But now I'm not going to show, because I just want to give you some understanding what all the information we are going to collect in job requisition template. Okay, so there are four to five things we will collect. First, job requisition template. In this standard template, whether we have a new fields or not. Then what are the families and roles we are looking for, and for each family and each role there is a job description and job information and job summary. That information we will collect it. Okay, I hope you guys got some information and idea. So if you have any doubt, any confusion, please do us. So today we purely discuss about only in end user level system. We have not implemented anything, just basic understanding. This is main important, like how to collect data in your workbook and what type of information we have. So using this workbook only we will create all the templates and all your recruiting processes. Okay. So now I'll give you one task today. Try to open this job requisition recruiting. Don't create anything. Just open this job requisition and check how it is looks like. And if you are well in understanding, you can create new job requisition also using this page. So first log into SF admin and proxy to Tessa worker, and there you go to recruiting and create new and select the families and role whichever the family. So we already have some standard family called SAP. Under SAP there is one RCM role. You can create it the job requisition. So if you get any doubt or confusion, please do ask. And also I'm going to share this workbook template like Excel sheet. Try to go through, just open this Excel sheet. Try to open this carries like table of contents and check these titles, what type of information, because max to max this type, like max to max that 4 templates and along with that there's some additional information we are going to collect it. Okay. So the moment you finish all these templates, like the moment you finish all these settings, you are almost done with your RCM project. For if you go for any RCM project, you are going to complete this all like carried contents. So this is nothing but your it's kind of your course content only. Okay. So here you are going to learn all these fields thoroughly, and you have to be expert in this for each and everything. Okay. Cool. So that's for today. If you have any doubt, confusion, please do ask. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys. Let me know if you have any doubts or confusion. Okay. Bye.
Okay, Raj. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raj.
Thank you, Raj.